Hidalgo County now has a brand new leadership position that's been drawing criticism from some residents. But County Judge Ramon Garcia says he believes it's all been a big misunderstanding. Action 4's Annalise Ortiz sat down with him today and has more from our Hidalgo County newsroom. Annalise.
That's right, Eddie. When this position, the county executive director, was first approved by commissioners about 2 weeks ago, some people thought that $92,000 was too much for someone to be making in a year for the duties they would be doing. Now today, County Judge Ramon Garcia says that the director, Bobby Villarreal, will be taking on much more than the public may have originally thought. The former economic development director of Hidalgo County, Bobby Villarreal, is now the county's very first executive director. It's a position that some taxpayers aren't happy with.
I just think it's not necessary.
Villarreal, who formerly made $70,000 a year with the county, will be making $92,000 in his new role.
I think it's too much.
County Judge Ramon Garcia, who appointed Villarreal, says the public has misunderstood the duties Villarreal will be tasked with.
The way that was characterized was that we were creating a position of legislative liaison when the session was over. And that's not the case.
He says being a point of contact between commissioners and political leaders in Austin and Washington will be a small part of Villarreal's job. He says for the most part, Villarreal will be in charge of several strategic projects.
Projects that would help us either save money or generate revenue for the benefit of, obviously, the county.
Villarreal says he's already had the chance to prove himself capable of that in the 13 years he's spent with the county.
The filing assessment that we moved through the legislature to release the burden, to lower the burden of the cost of the courthouse by at least $60 million over the next 30 years. Those are kind of more of the projects that the court wants to keep moving on.
He says serving as executive director will allow him to fully focus on projects that are necessary to prepare Hidalgo County for future growth, something he couldn't do in his previous position. Villarreal is working on 2 other projects for the county that are expected to generate between $500,000 to $800,000 in revenue. Those projects will be announced sometime in September. Live from the Hidalgo County Administration Building, Annalise Ortiz, Action 4 News.